Hey Tankers, how you doing? Hope you've had a good day. As you can see, I've had a brilliant day. I've managed to get hold of a PS Vita on launch day, and I think that's the first time in my life, as much of a gamer as I am, that I've ever had a console on launch day, so I'm very excited about this. I'm not going to bore you with any technical stuff. I'm just going to take you through most of the components here. I've got the console itself, a memory card, a couple of games, treated myself to a starter kit as well, which I thought I'd start you off with. I was going to tell you how much it cost, but I was just checking it and they've not charged me for it, so it was free. But I think it's about £20, but well worth getting. So if I move that there, and that there, I'm going to start you off with this. This was an option. Let's have a look. You can tell this is my first unboxing video because I don't have any scissors to hand, but I've got nails. So let's have a look what we get in here. Here we go. This looks good. Right, of course, as with any video game product, the first thing you'll get is the instructions for everything in 800 different languages, so you got those. That looks very much like a carry case to me. That's pretty hard wearing by the look of it. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's completely useless. That's nice, so that holds the console. I think I read rightly as well that you can flip that back and use it as a stand. I'm not sure if I've done that right, but I think that's what it is. That's a hard case as well. That should stop you damaging it too much. That's just one of those cloths that you use to clean the screen, but I tend to keep them in perfect condition in plastic because I'm a loser. That is a screen protector, which is the main reason I bought this, because when I bought my PSP a few years ago, I scratched it within the first week and it kind of ruined the experience a little bit, so I'm going to use that this time, try and look after it. That's a wrist strap for when you want to swing it around your head. Very nice. And that, I made Brendan laugh there. Is it the mental image? That is a very nice neoprene holder for it, which is... it overlaps, so you can completely envelop the console in that. So that is the starter kit. Let's move all this stuff over here. I thought I'd show you next the memory card. These memory cards are probably the most controversial part of the launch, mainly because I bought the 8GB one here. You can also get them in 4GB, 16GB, and I think they go even bigger than that. But I've gone for the 8GB one. To buy that for a laptop computer would be about a £5, but this was 30 quid, amazingly, for 8GB. But you can't use the console without one, really, unless you don't want to save your games. So yeah, a necessity, really. They're very small. I mean, I've got massive, massive hands, but as you can see, very tiny indeed. I'll leave that in the packaging for now. That's the memory card. So I'll put that in the console in a bit. Next up, let's have a look at the games. The first thing I noticed was how small they are. They're quite dinky. It's probably about half the size of a PS3 game case. Very nice indeed. So let's take a look at one of these. The main reason I bought a Vita in the first place is because I love the Uncharted games. Can't wait to play that. Probably would have waited a bit longer to get one if it wasn't for Golden Abyss, but I don't think I could have waited. Very much looking forward to seeing what Sony's Bend Studio have done with the franchise and how the touchscreen controls work. So we'll have a look at that in a moment. Gone for everybody's golf as well, because that's always good for a laugh. But there are plenty of titles available. It's not a bad launch lineup. Amongst the ones available, there's Wipeout 2048, there's FIFA Football, Dungeon Hunter Alliance, Virtua Tennis, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom, and Asphalt Injection, which is a racing game, but it sounds like a medical procedure. But plenty of games to choose from. Let's unwrap Uncharted. Okay, so let's put everybody's golf over there and see what's in here. Any regular Game Tank viewers will know exactly what I'm about to do. Looking forward to seeing whether it's different or not. Now that's a disappointment, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, it's because there's no manual, I think. It just smells like plastic. But the card itself, how dinky is that? Now, I actually haven't seen a Vita yet, not in the flesh. This is my very first one here. So I'm looking forward to seeing how this all actually works. But pretty obviously, this is just a flash card. You can see the pins on the back there. That is tiny. That's hard to believe there's a game on that at all, to be honest with you. Not a lot of room on there for anything at all. I mean, literally, of course, picture-wise, there's plenty of room on the card for an actual game. I would imagine this Uncharted game is huge. And there's the pins on the back, nice and simple. That is tiny. Right, so that's the games. Incidentally, I didn't show you this from the starter pack I bought, which is a way of keeping, let's have a look, 8 games and 2 memory cards quite safe. They are small, I'd be quite worried about losing that, so you get that as well if you go for the starter pack. But I bought this 10 hours ago. I've been looking forward to seeing it all day, so let's show you the console itself. So here's the box, a lot flatter than the PSP box from a few years ago. Let's have a look at the back. Not a huge amount of information on there. It's what's inside that counts. So let's have a look. Again, I don't have any scissors because I'm an idiot. So let's try and get into this. Sony's world-class protection system. Hopefully better than their online protection system. There we go, easy enough. Let's have a look, see what we've got here. Oh, very nice. It opens up quite wide. So that is the English quick start instructions, I would imagine. Yes. Let's have a look under here. What's that? AR play cards. I'll presume this is some sort of thing I can do with the console once I've set it up.
Augmented reality, Dan.
Thank you, Brendan. Kind of looks like Tetris shapes in solitary confinement, but I'll find out what that's all about later. Forget that. That is, well, that's a USB port, and that is a power thing. So that's the brick. Although, if you built a house out of those, it'd be very small indeed. Power cable. You've seen one of those before. USB lead, I presume that is to connect it to the console to charge it. That's pretty standard. More paper stuff. And this, I'm presuming, is the console itself. So let's get that out of the way. And this is the first time I've ever seen one of these, so this should be interesting. There we go. Look at that. Whoa, that is lush. Okay, check that out. That is very nice indeed. That's a big screen. That's a lot thinner than the PSP from memory. So let's take a tour around it. Of course, you've got 2 analog sticks, which is what everyone's been looking forward to trying out on a handheld. Although I think Nintendo picked them to the post by about a month. Standard buttons, D-pad, PlayStation button, select and start. So you've pretty much got a control pad on there. Just 2 shoulder buttons, L and R. That to me looks like the power button and the volume buttons, and these are going to be where the games go, and presumably where the memory card goes as well. But that's not going to open because I think I need to have it switched on. Let's have a look at the back as well. You've got the touch screen, which looks very nice indeed. You wouldn't think that was a touch screen. That's very nicely engineered. And a camera as well. Very nice. Very nice. So there you go, that's it, the PS Vita. Not too heavy at all, sits very nicely in the hands. I'm impressed with that. Smells good too, that makes up for earlier. Right, well, you can expect lots more in the shape of Vita reviews in the future on GameTank. I'm going to at least try and review Uncharted Golden Abyss, if I can work out a way of actually getting footage of it on screen. But for now, that's it. That's the PS Vita, and it's very nice.
Blah, 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 blah. GameTank, yeah. GameTank, yeah.